David Dobrik did the poopsie oopsie 2 years ago. Let's see what he has to say for himself.
Hi guys, it's 1:45 in the morning and I'm finally by myself, which I know doesn't sound that crazy to be by yourself at 1:45 in the morning, but this week's been pretty hectic and there have been a lot of people around telling me what to do, giving me advice, trying to help me, most importantly, and that was a lot, and now I just want to be able to do this and just shoot straight into the camera and just talk to you guys.
Good.
I've put myself in a lot of
Good.
situations where I've needed to apologize for my past actions, and I've never done this correctly, and I've never done this respectfully, and my last video is a testament to that. I don't want to defend that video. I don't want to delete that video. I just want to be clear. What this video isn't going to be is it's not going to be me discrediting
I'm glad he's actually trying to be clear about it. So,
Trisha, Kat, or any other woman
it's
involved.
pretty good.
I'm going to be using words that may trigger some survivors, and that's just so I don't explain anything vaguely, and I can explain every situation appropriately. I want to start this video off by saying I fully believe the woman who came out against Dom and said she was assaulted by him. As it was reported, the next day I got consent to post the video. Even though I got the consent to post that video, I should have never posted it. And what I understand now, and I didn't understand.
What happened with this? Fuck is this shit? I don't want to subscribe. So what, did he get outed as a rapist?
Understand before is that
Glad he supports
she
the
sent
victims,
that
I
text
guess.
because she felt like she had to, not because she wanted to, and that's fucked up, and I'm sorry. When she later reached out a couple months later to take the video down, I immediately took it down, and I want to apologize to her and her friends for ever putting them in an environment that I enabled that made them feel like their safety and values were compromised. I'm so sorry. I was completely disconnected from the fact that when people were invited to film videos with us, especially videos that relied on shock for views or whatever it was, that I was creating an unfair power dynamic. I did not know this before. It was completely wrong, and I wish I was more responsible, and I wish I was more aware at the time, and I'm so sorry I missed that. I didn't know what was going on in that room.
All right, so let's talk about this for a second. So he apologized to the victim that I guess this guy supposedly raped or was sexually assaulted by. But she gave consent, but I guess she felt that she was forced to give consent. Okay. Well, I'm glad that he took the video down when she said, "Hey, can you take the video down?" That's good. I fuck with that.
I'm in an environment that I apologize. Sorry. When she later reached out a couple months later to take the video down, I immediately took it down, and safety and values were compromised. I'm so sorry. I was completely disconnected.
At least he's fucking honest about this shit, and he's not just like going after it like somehow how some other people would do it, where it's like cherry picking all the certain shit. At least from what I've seen, a lot of cherry pick some certain shit.
From the fact that when people were invited to film videos with us, especially videos that relied on shock for views or whatever it was, that I was creating an unfair power dynamic. I did not know this before. It was completely wrong, and I wish I was more responsible, and I wish I was more aware at the time, and I'm so sorry I missed that. I didn't know what was going on in that room, and I should have been. I should have been there, and I should have been making sure that everybody involved was taken care of.
You wanted to be in that room? I don't think that's the best choice of words. that you wanted to be in that room to make sure that everybody was good, especially when somebody's fucking, or at least, well, at the time I don't think he knew that it was happening. So why would you want to be in a room when they were fucking? Who cares, dude?
And wasn't uncomfortable.
Just a
I
bad
don't want to use
analogy.
buzzwords to try to justify this or explain this, but all I can say is people felt like they had to be silent for the sake of my video, and that's not right, and it's fucked
I
up.
should say it's bad wordplay, not
And I'm
analogy.
sorry. I also want to acknowledge the women that spoke out against Dom in 2018. I'm talking about Allie, and then I'm talking about other girls that
More people? How has this been not
addressed
locked
their
up?
problems privately.
I'm surprised, dude. What the fuck? People came out and he's still not locked up? Holy shit. Okay. Fuck. God damn, I'm surprised now. What the fuck? Usually shit happens so fast. What the fuck happened now? Alright, let's get
Or
on with this shit.
publicly. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you guys. I am sorry that I took Dom's word for what happened in those certain situations, and I didn't believe you. And not only did I not believe you, but I made a joke of what kind of a person Dom was, because I couldn't wrap my head around a childhood friend of mine doing this to people and actually hurting people, and I'm sorry for that. Not only did I discredit you, Allie, but
So they're childhood friends. Okay. I could see his point of view. Like, you wouldn't think that somebody you've known for maybe 8-7 years, probably even longer, you wouldn't think that they would be capable of doing such a thing, but
I platformed
I can
Dom,
understand that. I can
and
understand
not only
that.
did I platform Dom, but I platformed the subject of sex in a negative way, where I made jokes about it, and I reinforced that kind of behavior. And I'm so sorry, and I really let not only you down, but a lot of people down, a lot of people that watch me, my friends and family, for that. I made the decision to no longer film with Dom in 2019, and I'm not saying my content has been brilliant since then, but
So he stopped filming content with Dom. Okay. Makes sense.
that's when I first started taking into account the power dynamic and what influence I had on people that I was filming with. But what I didn't do is I didn't go back to any of these women and apologize. I kind of moved on, and I learned from it, and I grew from it, but I didn't address the situation with these women. I'm not talking publicly, I'm saying even privately. I didn't reach out to any of these people, and that breaks my heart, knowing that I was doing all this stuff and I was making all this content while there was people that were still really hurt by what I made. Before my content shifted to be more responsible and positive, I said and did things that were really offensive, and I called them bad jokes, and I can't even call them bad jokes, and it was cowardly of me to say in my last apology that I missed the mark, because it's fucking gross.
I'm gonna just stop it here. It's a 7-minute video. We can
A lot
keep
of people
watching.
reach
We
out
can
to me
keep
saying
watching.
Cancel culture is bullshit, and you need to fight back, and you need to call people out. And I don't agree with how this should be taken at all. And I think when there is a crisis, there's a serious opportunity to correct yourself, to learn and improve, and to make sure those mistakes don't happen again. And that's why it is so important to hold yourself accountable. And I think with this situation, there's a lot I can look at and there's a lot I can learn from, but there's a lot of mistakes that I made, and I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for everybody I've let down. I'm sorry to my family, and I'm sorry to my friends that I've embarrassed, and that this won't happen again. I'm gonna take a short break from all the social media stuff because I realize there's a serious lack of infrastructure.
I thought hasn't he like not uploaded? What does he do? TikTok? He hasn't uploaded in 10 months, dude. What the fuck? Well, basically, that's a pretty good apology in all honesty. I fuck with that apology. For the sheer fact that he didn't sugarcoat anything. He fucking said it how it was. He didn't like try to defend himself in most of these Well, except for the fact that he was like, well, it was because, like, you know, he was like a old-time friend. I knew him since I was a child, which, I mean, I can understand that. Like, you wouldn't think somebody would do that sort of shit. Especially somebody you've known for 9 years and thought you knew a hell of a lot. But, that's really it. That's the David Dobrik apology. Does he say anything else?
Change is possible. I'll be able to hear and understand. There was some sort of toxic out of like.
Just talking about other shit. I fuck with that apology, man. He got straight to the point, didn't sugarcoat it. What else can you really ask for? I mean, of course, maybe like sort of try to defend yourself a little bit, but it's so hard because it's so hard to understand this because I don't really know what the fuck happened. But in my honest opinion, like from an outsider perspective that just came into this shit, it seemed like a decent apology. It wasn't like a Logan Paul Suicide Forest apology, you know? It was like a straightforward, I'm sorry, I apologize to the victims, and took down the video. Well, he took down the video when she asked, which is great as well. He wasn't a dick about it. Can't really warrant an apology. Yeah, that's the David Dobrik apology.